Oh, good, you got the thing pinned. Okay. And Mr. Clock, you are so loud. Okay, we are live. Good morning, friends.
Hello, everybody.
In this middle of summer, well into the heat day, I hope you are all well. And I should tell you, happy plastic free July.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That is a thing. I have been doing plastic free July for about 4 years now. And it is an attempt to lessen the amount of plastics in the world because they're horrible for the environment. So, happy Monday. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring us yet again. We appreciate you guys. There's a link up in the comments pinned to the top for a free month of Skillshare. And we have so many friends that have joined us already this morning.
Hello, everybody.
I hope you were all doing well. I hope you all saw the sale information. We are doing a buy one, get one sale on our posters.
Sales went live at midnight.
Midnight last night. Coral Creates is here, and Book Lovers here, and Bethany's joined in. Sunshine
Hello.
Lixie says, yes, my first live in a while. Well, welcome back.
Welcome.
Excuse me. Let's see, Frankie Roth is here.
Hello, Frankie Roth.
Sienna says good morning.
Hi, Sienna.
How's everybody doing? Mushroom Goddess, hello. 2 lives in a row. Thanks. Thank you, Summer. Love y'all. How are you doing today? And what's the tea of the day?
Oh, we're doing good, thank you.
We are actually doing surprisingly well for a Monday morning.
So for those of you who didn't see the short, we are doing a sale. This will be our only sale. It's a buy one, get one free on all of our posters because we'll be making a movie and we will not be able to be making any more posters. So everything must go kind of thing.
Everything must go.
So
if it isn't nailed down, we're selling it.
Well, we're not going to be printing any more posters. So once we sell out, we're sold out. So if there's a poster that you've been wanting, now's the time to just pick it up because hopefully in the next couple months we will be in pre-production.
Donna's going to knock on some wood now. There you go. You never count your chickens until the money's in the bank with Hollywood, but it's looking very good for us. So, let's see. Good morning. I had to leave a family dinner early to make it here. Love from Finland. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope your family is not offended that you had to leave early. It's such a vibe to be watching Scott while drinking iced coffee in the morning.
Oh.
Mark is here. Hey guys, it's been a while. How are you doing? We're good.
Hey, yeah, we're doing good, Mark.
I want to sleep so bad, but it's school holidays, so I get to stay up to whatever time I want, which just means that you're going to be exhausted when you go back to school because you will not take care of yourself. This is the mother coming out. Please get some sleep. Take care of yourself. Diana says, how's your day going?
That's going pretty good so far. I mean, it's just still the morning, so.
Will Colson says, I love you.
Oh, I love you too, Will.
Aniro says, morning.
Good morning.
Lots of people are saying good morning. Love from India. Big fan from India. Well, good evening to our friends from India. There are many of you here. Claire says, hi, Scott and Donna. I am painting a picture of Scott right now. You are my biggest inspiration.
Oh, thank you. I am honored.
Love from Moldova. I wish I had coffee. This would be so relaxing. All I have is orange juice. What kind of movie? An animated feature film.
Yes.
Runs to go buy posters. You're so funny. Proceeds to fly in Mary Poppins style. You're funny.
So this is the photo reference I'm using.
Okay, then. Please tell me you're not going to put the flowers in there.
I'm not going to do the flowers.
Oh, good gravy.
I needed a kind of grungy face.
Ah, grungy face. You couldn't just look in the mirror?
No, I didn't want to do a self-portrait.
But I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
She's here for the rest of my life. So.
I know. Hey, you signed up for this. As a matter of fact, everybody said, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And you went, "It'll be fine." 35 years later. Okay. Is it fine? Being up this early is a rare sight for me. Happy I finally got to see it live. I have Earl Grey tea, Donna. Yay!
Hey, that's great.
I love that. Okay, yeah. So I'm
sorry. That's Earl Great.
Yeah, and he is here all week, unfortunately. At any rate, his dad jokes are strong lately. Yeah, the Harrods tea. I have the Knightsbridge blend this morning. I needed not quite a stand your hair on end, but definitely a strong 1 cup for this morning. I love animal crackers, so I know this will be a good movie. Oh, thank you. Will you be selling the movie posters when you make them? LOL.
I have the movie posters for the first movie that I painted. And because they cost so much to make, they're a little bit more expensive. But maybe we could do cheaper ones.
We did them on archival paper.
Yeah.
And if we did do movie posters that you painted, because nobody's going to want it unless you paint it, they're not going to be signed because he won't have time to sign them.
Yeah.
So would it still be okay, Velocichungus, if he didn't sign them? I mean, like, obviously he'll sign the art and it'll be printed on the poster, but he wouldn't actually physically be able to sign them.
All right. So I'm going to do this half with the Arrtx colored pencils and the other half with Prismacolor pencils.
Dun, dun, dun. Head-to-head comparison.
Well, side-to-side comparison.
No, we are not giving hints right now because if we give hints, you're going to jinx me, so we're not going to do that.
Give hints on what?
The movie. Should I have Yorkshire or Earl Grey? I'm always going to lean toward Yorkshire. Let's see. Will you make posters ever again?
I never say never, but my hope is that I will be busy for the next 3 years doing a couple movies, and I won't be making posters. That said, you never know. So we'll see.
Yeah, you might do a piece of art at some point. You might be inspired, and
yeah. When I was working on Animal Crackers, I did paintings for myself, and that was fun. So maybe I'll start painting for myself. We'll see.
That would be really great because I know how hard it's been to paint for content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how hard that is.
All right, let's see.
Ellen's here. Good morning, sunshine. How are you doing?
Hey, Ellen.
Tell me a story. Tracy's back, says, good morning, friends. I'm excited I can join you all. It's been a while. It has been. How are you? Manic Artist had a good weekend and went to a Comic-Con event close to where they live, and they were able to get a replica sword from a video game they love.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that the best? Like, I used to love going to the comic conventions because you could find the coolest things that you would never see anywhere else. My thing was always the plushies. I always used to find like little plushies, little like, I don't know. There was like Button Fox. Remember him? He had little button eyes and he was really cute. And anyway, yeah, I'm digressing a little bit, but that's awesome. And I love shows like that. So much fun.
I'm going to pencil sharpener.
Today isn't going to be a monotone Monday, I guess. Nope. Good morning from Spain.
Good morning.
CJ says, good morning, guys. First live with y'all. I love Scott's art.
Thank you very much.
Should I make Earl Grey or peppermint tea? It's midnight. You're going to go with peppermint tea is what you're going to go with. Because I don't think you want to have Earl Grey that late. Unless caffeine doesn't bother you, in which case I would always say go with the black tea. Scott is not doing online art lessons.
No.
Hey, Leon's here and has done the first 150 Pokemon, and I have now painted 71 of them.
Wow.
That is quite a feat, friend. Wow. Really excited to see what you do with the reference. I have to work, unfortunately. Bye.
Have a great day.
Muffin is crocheting and has a big sketchbook next to them. Scott is what actually made me interested in watercolors and multimedia paper.
Oh, that's great.
Will you still make art on YouTube?
I don't know. I to be perfectly honest, I feel like I've done everything that I can think of. Like everything I know, I've kind of put out there. But my hope is that while I am out there making the movie, I'm going to be with my sketchbook sketching, and I'd like to take you guys along for the ride of the making of the movie.
So we're going to pivot a little.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll still be doing my travel journals, and we'll be kind of updating you on everything. But I just don't think I'll be. I mean, how many times can I say, "Here's everything I know about watercolors" or whatnot? So, it was never my intention to be a teacher. So that's why I always say I'm not a teacher. I love to encourage people to make art, but I think hopefully I could still do that while making a movie.
Yeah. And we want to take you guys along for the ride. You guys have been here with us through some really, really difficult things, and you have encouraged us, and you've built this community with us, and we want you to come along with us and be a part of this. We don't want to do this by ourselves. We want you guys to be along for the ride so you can see it. And our goal would be that we would show you how a film is made. You know, from Scott writing the script to casting the actors, being in the studio recording. And then we'd like to take you to see our animation studio and show you how that works and how it goes from initial concept drawings to what it looks like on the screen, and even editing, the post-editing. Oh, and the musicians.
Yeah.
We
really loved making movies.
Yeah.
And we love doing this. It's just we really loved making movies, and if we can get back to doing that again, it would make us very happy.
Yeah.
And so hopefully,
and also maybe give us a little money for retirement. Yeah. You don't have to work until your fingers bleed.
Yeah, we have 2 kids in college, so it'd be nice to be able to
not hemorrhage money every 5 minutes. Oh, Lord have mercy. Crazy Muffin, is it a video or a short on Art Block?
It's a short.
Okay. So there's a short on Art Block. Maybe one of the mods can put that link in. Scott, I had a breakthrough about realism not being the pinnacle of art. Thanks to you. I've been working more on getting the energy and essence right instead. It's so much better for my soul. That's Amy.
Wonderful, Amy.
It is a picture of Nick Offerman. I'm going to tell you to draw a red panda.
Yeah.
Anybody who's asking what to draw, there's like 2 or 3 of you. Draw a red panda.
Realism is really where we start. You start drawing realism. It's just what young artists do. And then you eventually feel like you've mastered it, and then you start moving on to, stylizing it.
He's an actor. The person Scott's drawing is an actor.
Yeah, sorry, I needed somebody with some character to their face.
So you could get the lines and wrinkles and everything right. I still say you could have drawn me. I got so many wrinkles it ain't even funny anymore. Okay, so I don't know why this question is eluding me on how to answer it. I'm just going to read it to you. Scott, as a young artist who would like to get into watercolor, what supplies would you recommend to start with, and how do you paint skin color?
There's a short on skin color. There's a video on everything I know about watercolors. And there is a link to all of the art supplies that I use, and another link on my website to all of the art supplies I've tried, including cheaper watercolor sets. So hopefully that will answer all of your questions.
Okay, good. Let's see. I'm 18. People won't treat me like a kid anymore. Are you serious?
What?
My boys are 20. This person says, I'm 18. People won't treat me like a kid anymore. My boys are 21 and I want to baby them all the time and they get annoyed with me.
Honey, let them have their being 18. That's a good thing.
I know, but
don't
they say, no, they have a little teary-eyed emoji and says, people won't treat me like a kid
they're
anymore.
sad that people won't treat them like a
you know
kid.
what? Stop trying. You're not reading the comments. Just be quiet till I ask
All
you
I
a
can
question.
hear is what I hear.
Yeah, I know. Well, stop. Vicky would like to know how to get started with gouache paint.
There's a video on everything I know about gouache painting,
There you
and
go.
that should help you.
Will you still make art on YouTube?
I will probably not be making art on YouTube, but I will be posting art that I make on YouTube. So, I probably won't be like going, "Hey, everybody, let's go live," like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But that being said, if we happen to be in the studio, what we'd like to do is do a live from our animation studio or do a live from the recording booth with the actors. And, you know, you guys could ask questions and we could do, I mean, they're not going to be 90 minutes because we're paying for the booth time and everything else.
Yeah.
But we could go live for like 30 minutes and say,
Or,
hey,
or
we
we
are, we're
might
doing
be
this.
in London recording something, and then we'll go live while I'm sitting and sketching in a pub or something like that.
And I'm drinking tea.
Yeah. So
We're
we
not
might do
gonna be in a
something
pub,
like
we're
that,
gonna be in a
but
tea house.
The point is we genuinely don't know what it's going to look like. We don't even know if everything is going to happen the way that it's supposed to, because right now, anything can happen. Yeah. So what we've learned is that anything can happen, and we just do the best we can with what we're given. That said, right now the plan and the way that the film's finances is we are moving towards going into pre-production in September and then going into production in January. So we'll see.
We will see. Hi Scott, I've been watching your art for a couple years now. You're such a wholesome guy with amazing art and the puns are inescapable.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Dalton's are also working on a colored pencil portrait. Who are you drawing, Dalton? Little plushies are the best. I know, right? Like the ones that you can fit in your pocket or your bag or attach them to your keychain. I know little plushies are my favorite. Oh my God. Yeah. I have a thing for Squishmallows. The little tiny ones that have the clips on them that you can clip onto anything. I'm obsessed. It's really bad. Yes, I'm 54. Yes, I collect little stuffies. No, I refuse to apologize.
Are people asking you to apologize?
No, I'm just throwing it out there because I can.
Oh, you're just having a conversation with yourself.
Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Just like, see, David wrote, I like hot dogs. If David can say and type into a chat, I like hot dogs, I can go on and talk about plushies.
Yes, but is anybody telling David he can't?
No.
That's what I was asking, because
but I'm 54 and I think sometimes people judge. And I don't care.
Why don't you let them judge first before you go?
No. You know me. I always have to shut it down ahead of time. Oh, Will says, I became an artist because of you.
Oh, thank you, Will.
Melissa says, I'm 35 and my parents still treat me as a kid from time to time. Haha.
Yeah, I'm 55 and my mom still does.
Every single day she treats him like a child. Cracks me up. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I am not your mother.
And then she still does it to her kids.
Yes, I do. I completely do.
I'm not doing that. Oh, my baby.
You know what? You just be quiet now. Do you have any tips for making faces that don't look like they've melted off? Don't we have a video on that?
Yeah, there's a video on drawing people.
Yeah.
Maybe take a look at that. But photo reference is key.
Oh boy. Mushroom Girl, are you serious? You want me to tell you to do that? Okay. You need to mute the live and do your math homework. Right now. Come on, young lady. Oh, Dragonfly says, it's so nice being here. These lives are so peaceful.
Don't make her stop the live.
Don't make me stop it. You know I will.
I'll pull this live right over.
Bub says, that's so sad to hear that you may not do YouTube like this, but I'm glad you're doing what you want.
Thanks. It's again, our boys have been very adamant, and they're like, Dad, I don't care how much you're working on the movies, you can't let your YouTube channel, go. You can't do that to everybody.
And the funniest part about that is that's our one that doesn't like social media.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Dad.
no, we're not just gonna stop making content. I'm just saying that we're gonna be making content while we're making a movie. Yeah, right. You guys are gonna be following along. So it's just different content.
Different content. It's not necessarily the art content, but it's different. It's different content. Colored pencils are my favorite.
Oh, I hope you're gonna enjoy this. Right now, it is a little. Let me try.
You should paint whenever you want. Why did we get a Disney Scott on the thumbnails, but never a Disney Donna? That's not going to happen ever. Not going to happen. I do not wish to be Disneyfied. I do not wish to do that. Scott's been, his face is in front of all of this, but not my face. No thanks. Tracy says, I'm doing well. Found a local group of artists who hang out every other week and just do our thing together and vibe. My first meeting went awesome. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that, love that, love that. That's like when the mods, when they all came last year, came to visit, and we all got to go and hang out and sketch and draw together and everything. It was stinking awesome, man. I love that.
Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of lavender.
Let's see.
Okay, so remember I was talking to you guys about the Arrtx colored pencils and how they don't really seem to blend very well.
Yes.
So you can see how all of these lines are not blending. They're stuck there. I'm doing my best to cover them up.
I'm going to zoom in really quick. So, no, we were zoomed in. Okay, sorry guys. I thought we were zoomed out, but we are zoomed in as much as is possible. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, hold it up a little bit.
See, you can see all my lines.
Yeah, it's not blending at all.
They're not blending at all.
Huh.
And which makes it really hard to
get the skin tones you want.
Yeah, because you're seeing the lines.
Yeah. Matt, there is a video on Art Block.
I think it's a short.
Is it a short? Sorry.
But there's a couple good videos. Go through the video section, but look for the short too.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Can I talk about the ink journal thing yesterday?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So since you guys were asking about seeing me in the little thumbnails, so yesterday, you guys know, last week, I got that really nice pen, and I did the unboxing of the pen and everything else. All right, so there's this guy, and he's really big in the pen world, and he does a newsletter, and he's on all the socials under Ink Journal. And so yesterday, I get his newsletter, and I was super busy yesterday, cleaning the house, blah blah whatever. And I get to the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, I'll read some newsletters, and I go on the newsletter, and on his page, he is talking about the pen that I had been sent, and he had 3 links to 3 people who had reviewed the pen, and I was one of the links, and I almost lost my mind. So I'm going to share that with all of you because I'm so excited about that. It was super, super cool, but it was in his newsletter yesterday, and I was just like, oh my God. So I had a little freak out moment last night, or a big freak out moment, one of the two. So that was my little coup, but that was pretty awesome. The pencil, the mechanical pencil. Talk about what that one is really quick. The one I bought.
Kurataga Uni.
Yeah.
And 0.5, and it's got a. There's a short on it, but it is got a 4H lead in it, which is why it's so light to see.
Is that Bill from The Last of Us?
Yes, yes. This isn't him in that character, but it's the actor.
Where did you get the Swissmedic bag?
eBay years ago. Now it's going to be a little harder to find, but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of knockoffs of it too that you can find. You don't have to spend that kind of money. I know they're aren't they really expensive now?
Yeah.
Like $300 or something now. Will y'all do open casting for your movies? I'm an aspiring voice actress and don't have an agent yet.
No, we're not doing open casting, but we. I don't think we are in a position to bring in anybody new, but we'll see. If something happens, just follow along, and if something happens, and I say, "Hey, we could do," I will absolutely let everybody know.
Yeah.
But if I was to say, hey, we're doing any kind of, we're going to get flooded with thousands of people, so I'll try to see if we can make that happen.
Even for maybe just one of the films, but I
Yeah,
don't think
but right now, as
Yeah.
it stands, like any open positions where we've already
Are we committing
offered
those
to
to investor?
help. No, we've already offered to help some of our friends
Yeah.
who are aspiring actors. So.
And then there's the investor people who have kids who want to do things, and if they give you money, then you cast people. So that's kind of how that works. I need help. A lot of people are hating on my art. Should I quit?
No, just block them.
Why are they hating on your art?
No, it
That's
doesn't
not
matter.
okay.
It doesn't matter. Just block them.
Yeah.
Or if they're people in real life, just avoid them. You don't owe anybody their time. You don't need to give anybody your time to let them.
Or mental space.
Yeah, to let them say anything bad about you. Just remember, I get hate every day for my art, and I just block it.
Yeah.
I don't need to give them my time. I don't need to know who they are or why they hate my art. They're absolutely inconsequential to me. And you need to start treating yourself in that way too. You deserve to surround yourself with people who
Support you. Yeah.
You don't owe anybody space to be in your head or in your face or anything. So look, people are going to tell you that you're bad for the rest of your life.
Trust us on that one.
And that is on them, not on you. Those are just people who are miserable with their own lives and don't know what to do with it, and so they lash out to strangers. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not your responsibility to cater to them or make them feel good about themselves.
Yeah. And if those are people who you thought were your friends, you need some new friends.
Yeah.
Lula's here. Today is their kiddos' first day of summer camp, and they are so excited. Oh,
that's great.
That's exciting. What an exciting time. Our boys used to love all that stuff. Swimming lessons and all the fun things and library reading time and all that kind of good stuff in summer. Now it all sort of runs together because we're just adulting. This person says, Scott, you may not be a teacher, but your work and the experience you share is an inspiration and educates people.
Oh, thank you.
What is your favorite art supply for realism?
Usually it's colored pencils. It's just colored pencils are very literal, and so you put down what you see, and so they're not very good for abstract or stylized kind of things like paint strokes and whatnot. But yeah, it's usually that. If not, I'll maybe go with gouache.
Yeah, Bethany's going to be the one to answer questions about the oil paints and acrylic paints. She's going to be the better one to ask that. Scott doesn't like acrylics and he doesn't use oils. So there you go. Coral's watching with one of her puppies. He's more watching me than the live, though, as it should be. Jolie says, I know it's a little weird, but I was wondering what you do to calm down when you get overwhelmed with autism because I am really struggling with what to do.
Headphones, noise canceling headphones always work for me. I don't listen to music. I'll just, though there's sometimes I have a playlist of just music that just makes me happy. And sometimes I will play that. But for me, I like to walk. That's like my stimming, is walking.
Yeah, he does.
And I'll just go outside or I'll just pace in the Hobbit hole and I'll walk with the headphones on. Playing games sometimes, but for the most part, it is walking. So find your thing that you like to do, that repetitive thing. Like for me, it's walking, but find that thing and then just do that.
Yeah. And what about when you're out somewhere? Like, what about, remember last week we went to the restaurant and it was really loud?
Yeah. Sketching, I will keep a little sketchbook with me, and sometimes that can help me just get through stuff.
Sometimes if you're in the middle of something that doesn't feel good, you might just have to leave. I know a lot of times the grocery store gets really loud for Scott, and so I'll say, hey, why don't you let me pay? Do you want to go outside? And he'll say, yeah, I'm going to go outside. So maybe just removing yourself from the situation would help too.
Yeah.
And being with people who understand is going to be important too.
Yeah. When I went to go visit my cousin, I said, look, if this happens or that happens, and I say I need to get out of the car and walk around, or I need to do and he said, sure. And unfortunately, I didn't need it. He took me to a casino, and it was really loud, but I brought my noise canceling headphones, and when it was too much, I just went up to my room, and I was totally fine. But it's
communication seems to be
it's communicating your needs.
Yeah. And having people around you that are understanding. Ryan says, I'm trying to teach myself some portrait blocking basics, so today's live came just in time.
Oh, that's great.
See, even teachers learn over the summer.
Teachers are always learning because they're cool like that.
I know. I just had a conversation with a friend who just got back from professional development about diversity and inclusion, and she is amazing to me. Yeah. And she told me all about it, and it sounded like it was the most wonderful experience, and I wish I could have gone, honestly. But the fact that she took that time over her summer break to go and do that was just unbelievable. Let's see. How do you draw human faces correctly? And how do you make the colored pencils so smooth?
The correctly part is just copying a photograph, really. You're going to study by copying real life. That's the best way of doing it. You're not going to get it right. I mean, I never get it right. This one isn't right. What you're going to do is you're going to just learn to get better and better and better as you go. So if you need to get it exactly perfect, you trace it. But otherwise, you're going to go and say, oh, this is off and that's off and this is wonky. And that is. It's going to be your style. But you do get better the more you do it. So again, as you can see, these colors are just not going over. This is the white. And
they are not blending at all.
I can't get them to do anything.
Yeah. That is not your favorite thing.
No, but...
Let's see. Celine, yes. It is Animal Crackers 2 and potentially Pet Robots, our second, one of Scott's multiple books that he's written, but yes. Let's see. Oh, Amy, I hope you feel better. Donna, you wanted to put some links in for Jane Austen July. You know what? I did. I'm sorry. I did not have a chance to do that this weekend, and I saw that on my list from Friday. So let me add that to this for my to-dos today. Add links for Jane Austen July on my community page. Yes, and it starts today. Every year I usually go crazy setting up, I have a Jane Austen July journal, believe it or not. I mean, I know. I get all crazy about it. But this year it's just been a little weird. And now we're doing the art sale, so I'm a little in flux. My brain just hasn't been there. But of course I'm going to read all of the Jane Austen books. I think I will tell you guys first. I was saying to Scott either last night or this morning that I think my quotes for my quote journal this month are going to be Jane Austen quotes. Squeal!
All right, I'm going to stop with the Arrtx right now. I'm going to move over to the
Prismacolor?
Prismacolors.
Okay, so we can see the difference.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Oh, Jolie, give him a t-shirt with a red panda on it. You don't need expensive materials. You need a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. Wow, Ellen, that's awesome. Have you tried Faber-Castell color pencils?
I did. I tried. There's a short on it where I drew the beetles, and I drew each beetle with a different colored pencils, and one of them was Faber-Castell's, the other was Caran d'Ache, the other was Prismacolor, and then the other one was, I think, Blick.
How do you get ideas for your art?
There's really no one way. I look at a lot of things. So I follow artists who are models, who are costume designers, who are photographers, other artists, and I get inspired by them.
We are older. We like 80s music, which is the best music in my humble opinion, but you know, there you go. Darn it, red pandas are hard to draw. Donna, stop telling me what to draw, LOL. Oh, let's see. How long does a piece of art take?
Oh, as long as you want it to.
Yeah.
For me,
if you're Bethany, 10 years.
Yeah. For me, I've had pieces that took me several weeks, like the Guild or the Gothic Vampire or the Dragon and Centaur. And I have pieces like, like this, which will maybe take me 90 minutes.
Yeah. You also did the Animal Crackers movie poster took him 16 weeks.
Yeah. So it really just depends on what you're...
Yeah.
What you want to do, but you should really go into a piece with an idea of how much time you want to spend on it.
Really? You go into it with that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I that's why I'll say I'm going to do a larger piece. I go and I do the research, and
so
I
you
go
know
and
that it's going to take you.
I know
more
that
time.
I'm going to
Okay,
do that,
okay,
and
I understand.
so like when I did the Guild, it wasn't like, oh, I started this on a live one day, and then it turned into 4 weeks.
So that's what's that P word that everybody hates? Planning. There you go. Let's see.
But I if you, I've done some videos on this, but essentially, 90% of the pieces I do or more are practice. Like this is just practice. This is just, this is more demonstration than practice, but it's not, I'm not creating art. I'm just drawing for, to try out these
pencils.
The pencils. And these I know, but to show the difference in the two pencils.
Okay, Lula, you're on tap for that. Should I get laryngitis? Let's see. Oh, lots of people are buying the posters or got the posters. You guys are sweet.
Thank you.
We were very happy to be able to do this for you guys. Let's see. Hey Scott, I just joined, so I'm unsure if you already answered questions about the art collab. Are you going to make a full video on your 2 pages?
No. I did the short because I wanted it to get the most exposure, and it is right now. It's doing really well. But no, I every time I do a long version, no one sees them. Most of my fans are only see my shorts. So I wanted to do something that was going to bring as much attention to the art collab. Now
Santa's here.
Hey Santa, you can watch the long versions if you want to watch me making them in the lives.
I think you guys are focusing on the wrong things. A lot of people are focusing on time frames today, like how long something takes. And I think the point is to enjoy what you're doing and not worry about how long it takes.
Well, I mean, again, if you're learning, do smaller little 1-hour pieces. So you can experience the beginning, the middle, and the end of a piece. And keep doing that because it will help you as an artist. So, I mean, yeah, you should focus on that to some extent, but, if you're enjoying yourself, take a little time. But the problem is so many people start a big piece and then get bored of it.
Or they get frustrated.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that. You start a big piece and you get really frustrated. Santa, it looks like you had a lovely time at VidCon. You met so many fun people. I'm super jealous that you met V, but there you go. That's me being jealous. Yes, I did see that the Toronto Zoo has red panda babies. I did. I follow a lot of, as I'm sure this will come as no shock to you, a lot of zoos. So I am well aware of when baby red pandas are born because I'm obsessed with them. But yeah. You know those days off you get at school when there's no holiday? That's so teachers can continue learning. It's an integral part of the profession, says Ryan.
Yeah.
It is, but it also takes a very special teacher to come back from those days and actually take what they've learned and implement. Just hear me say we're very proud of you, and we think that that's awesome, and it's a very noble profession, and hat off to you, big time, friend, big time. Let's see. Oh, these lives help me get through art block. I haven't drawn in a month, but managed to catch this live, and now I'm drawing red pandas. Thank you.
That's great.
Violet sky. Yeah. Walking and changing a setting works good for me, but I have a broken foot, so it's pacing on crutches, but there's a lot of times when I have to remove myself, says Mushroom Goddess.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. If you have to do what you have to do for your mental health, that's what you have to do. And I think this is what this is how I'm feeling the older I get.
Real quick.
Oh,
okay,
ahead.
so you see how all of these lines are still there no matter how many times.
Can you hold it up? Yeah, thank you.
You see how these lines are still there no matter how many times I've gone over it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with
the Prismacolor.
Prismacolors. I'm going to do that, right? So you can see those lines. And then I'm going to come over it with, let's say, I'm trying to think of
It's out of order now.
this color, right?
Sure. You're going to need to hold that up, babe. We can't see that.
See how it blended them?
Oh, there's no lines.
There's no lines anymore. That's because it's a softer pencil and it blends it.
That's a softer pencil like butter.
that's what you need when you're doing this kind of stuff. So that I can come in here with a little bit of greens.
Do you have any videos on inking, babe?
There's one short on inking.
Okay. Supersonic, check that out. And then if you have specific questions, let me know. I got a new fountain pen this weekend. It's a TWSBI Echo and it glows in the dark. So far, no problems or complaints. Frankie, I am so happy.
That's great.
That you have no problems with that. I love hearing that because I am hoping that my experience was a unique thing, and I'm very glad you like it. Just for the record, Fiber and Brimstone now has my pens. Because no more. What are my favorite journaling supplies? Funny, you should ask that. Bethany and I just did a little redo on my section of the website for the journaling recommendations. My top thing is still going to be the Archer and Olive notebooks. They are hands down my favorite notebooks. And I got to tell you, I'm a little obsessed with, I actually have it sitting here next to me. The Bella Donati pen from Gold Spot Pens. I'm just a little obsessed with that one. So yeah, it's actually sitting here next to me. So I have to say a fountain pen and the Archer and Olive notebooks really, for me, it just makes me happy. Like I pick it up, I write, and it's hard to describe, but it just makes me happy. Hey, Richard's here and says good morning.
Hey, Richard.
Oh, Dana says, hi, Scott and Donna. We truly appreciate your honesty and your support towards young artists. You are the best. Greetings from 2 ADHD and suspiciously queer friends from Spain. I love that. Suspiciously queer friends from Spain.
Welcome.
You're funny. We love you guys. We are so happy that you are here. We just want everybody to get a chance to enjoy themselves, enjoy making art, and be happy.
So can you see how the colors...
Yeah.
They're blending so much easier.
Yeah.
They're
blending, period.
They're blending, yeah. So, like, I can add these browns in here.
A6613, if you have a question about it, go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will ask him. He would be happy to answer that. Speed Boost Boy bought some 120 fine liners and 120 Ohuhu markers. What paper would you recommend for them?
I liked the Ohuhu sketchbook. Mm-hmm. There's a link on my site to the one that I like that they sent me. Mm-hmm. Go under art supplies I've tried.
Yeah.
And it's really good, and it holds up really well.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't bleed. Yeah.
Well, it does. It's the one that has the
the plastic piece.
The plastic piece.
One.
I like that one better than the one that doesn't.
Really?
Bleed. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. What kind of paper are you using for this drawing?
Bristol paper. I like Bristol paper for colored pencils. It's tough.
Do we have that on the website?
I don't know.
Bristol paper. Let me write that down. Let's check that out. Bristol paper on the website? ?
So you can see I could just sit here and I could do my fun little lines.
Yeah.
And then I could go in with another color and blend them. Mm-hmm. And it means that also I can add like little things like purple and
your little accents.
Yeah.
That you like to put in. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Okay. All right. We will make sure Bristol paper is on the website. Scott, are you always happy with your work? Most of the time, I only see the mistakes in my paintings and drawings, and I feel like I can never draw what I imagine. Do you have any tips?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm mostly. There's a video I think where I say that you have to make 100 bad pieces to get one good one, and that's usually how I feel is. Or I did feel was I had to just keep making bad art, and then I would get that one good piece. And then, but now I'm at the point to where I think I can create 10 pieces of art that I like, or 9 pieces of art I like, and then the 10th one will be one I don't like. So I've kind of got a better, we'll say, batting average to where I'm okay with that. But that came with getting all of the bad stuff out. But you just kind of have to say, okay, well, that one didn't work, and then move on. Don't obsess over it. Just keep making the bad art. Keep trying to learn from it, and then try again. But it's really, really just a matter of, if you truly love making art, you're going to keep making it whether it's bad or not. But please go through my videos. I've been making videos talking about that, the longer videos. And when I say longer, they're only like anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes. They're not that long. But hopefully that will help you a little bit.
This person says, I always wonder when you say that, what am I practicing for?
Say what?
When you're saying, to keep practicing, you're practicing basically so you can get better.
Yeah, if that's what you want. So some people, just making art is just enough. Like if you're happy making art, then keep making art. You don't need to practice, but I'm practicing right now. The way I look at it is, I have the pieces that I just do for fun, just for whatever, and that's like this one. And then there's pieces that I do where I'm saying, I want to make a good piece of art, like the Guild or the Gothic Vampire.
Right.
And those are the ones I really put my heart and soul into. So if those go wrong, I'm emotionally crushed. Right?
Yeah.
But this is
those
practice.
Hurt you a lot.
This is just, hey, if I don't like it, I could throw it away.
Yeah.
But 99% of the pieces I do are that, so that way I'm not emotionally invested into them.
Yeah.
And then when I'm feeling really confident in my art, then I will go and I will do the bigger piece.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm emotionally invested into those.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
People, there are long videos and there are short videos and they're there because some people like short videos and some people like long videos. And that's just, you may not understand it, but that's where
what's wrong?
This person just says, I love the long videos. I don't understand why people watch 1 minute videos.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It's unfortunately, I built up my 2 million followers from shorts. So, I tried to get people to go over to the longer videos, and I just getting 1% of my followers were seeing it. That means 99% of my followers and I took 3 months where I didn't do anything but long videos.
Yeah. And
when I finally posted a short,
people were like, there you
comments
are.
saying, I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
So
crazy, right?
They never checked my channel. They never once checked my channel, and they only doom scroll. And I can't change the way people watch YouTube, and so that's why I'm just making shorts again, because unfortunately that's where my fans are, and I have to.
Well, people want to see your stuff, and so you got to pivot again.
Yeah.
And we tried the long stuff, and now we got to pivot again. And good morning, Anne-Marie. I see you.
Hey, Anne-Marie.
You're making me obsessed with red pandas. I love animals of all kinds. Okay, so I've got this friend that... Okay, he's the husband of a friend from a long time ago. I don't talk to her anymore, sadly. But at any rate, he's on Instagram and he's doing this, trek to the Alaskan whatever. And he's in a Jeep. And so he's doing all of these like little side quests and everything. And he posts a video this morning of a grizzly bear. He's driving along the road and out of the trees comes this ginormous grizzly bear.
Wow.
Yeah. Craziness. Anyway, I don't know what made me even think of that. I think it was the red pandas. Anyways, but I love grizzly bears too. Remind me to tell you about the time I got to pet a grizzly bear one day. The first half is drawn with...
this half is Arrtx colored pencils, which are... You get 120 of them for...
It was $49.
$49. And these are the Prismacolors, which...
Or $2 a piece.
Yeah, I'm using the... I don't know what. How many are in this set? 72 color pencil set.
Kira says, hi, Scott. I've been following you for a while now and recently started doing art and enjoyed it, though I'm not sure if I want to be an artist because my parents keep pressuring me to do other things.
Oh. Well, parents are going to parent, you know? You can't really do much about that. But I will say, if you enjoy making art, then make art for yourself. Make it because it makes you happy. You do not have... There's a video I did on should I pursue art as a career.
Yeah.
Take a look at that.
Let's see. My art YouTube channel doesn't have many subscribers. What advice would you give to someone who's trying to make their art more public on YouTube?
I would say make art every day, post every day.
Consistency.
Be consistent. Interact with people who do come by. Only the ones that are positive, though.
Yeah.
Do not interact with people. Just block or hide the ones who are negative
Or rude.
But yeah, you know, just consistency is key. Keep making art.
Yeah.
Keep posting.
Jolie says, I live in the south region in Georgia, and I think if I ever came out as bi to them, I would be burnt at the stake. Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
I know.
howdy.
We're in Tennessee, and but you know there are
always like-minded people.
yeah,
You
there's
have to
pride
seek them
festivals.
out.
We've been to them, and to be perfectly honest, if you can see if there's any pride or events or anything like that, it might be nice just to see that you're not alone in Georgia.
Yeah. Debbie bought the zebra brush pens and loves them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I wish I could do something about the shipping cost to India. I am sorry. I can't do anything about that. If I could send everything out to everybody for free, I would love to do that. And I know Scott would too. But there's no way.
Well, which is why we say, look, if you can't afford it,
There's
here
downloads.
it is. You can download it. You can print it out if you want to for free. But if you have a friend who also wants the posters, you guys could save on shipping.
Yeah.
Go in together.
Can you make artwork that represents an artist and a reader in one? Or can you give tips how to incorporate things to make out this theme?
I don't really have anything coming to mind, but maybe somebody in the comments might have an idea.
I have a side view of a person in my head with a book in one hand and a paintbrush in the other hand. A reader and an artist. Cornelia says, I'm 38 and I love coloring books and I'm embarrassed to color in restaurants, but I want to overcome that embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know what? You do you.
Yeah. I mean, look, we all want people to accept us, but there comes a point in time where you have to just start being comfortable with who you are and not caring what other people think. And again, you're talking to somebody who I won't leave the house unless I'm wearing a nice shirt and
pants
and like
real pants, not sweatpants.
Yeah, because I want to look my best. I that's just who I am. So I'm just like you in that way, but you still have to be comfortable with who you are. You're going to have to find that pride in yourself.
Well, I think it's I recently sat in a tea shop by myself and pulled out a little pocket-sized journal and wrote. And I just and the person who was bringing me, scones and tea or whatever else, she said, "Are you okay? Do you want me to just leave you alone?" And I said, "You know what? I'm so good. I'm just going to sit here and write and enjoy this wonderful meal." And she was like, "No problem. Okay, cool." And I just didn't care. not in a bad way, not in a mean way. I was just happy to be there with my little book and a pen. Does that make any sense?
No.
Okay. I just don't care what anybody thinks of me. I just don't. I mean,
But this is somebody else that's trying to figure their stuff out.
I know, but I think you have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You have to just kind of
But
sit there and...
that's what you say. I think.
But you have to do it.
I know.
In order to get comfortable, you have to do... Maybe that's where I was going with
I'm just saying, just telling a story
I
about
elaborate.
you were in a thing and you don't care.
Because you're not the only person who has felt that way.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to feel like, a lot of people who go to restaurants, like if you go by yourself, you sit there, you kind of feel a little awkward or whatever. And then you get to a point, if you do it enough, that you just don't care. I don't know. I'm 54. There's not a whole lot I care about at this point. What other people think of me, I just don't. It's not for me to figure out anybody else's brain or whatever makes them happy. Any suggestions for jobs in the film, TV, animation industry someone could get with no job experience in that industry?
Well, we all start off with no experience
in anything.
And I would think if you want to do something in the film industry, you need to start doing that thing. So if you want to be a camera person, get yourself a camera. I don't care if it's your phone or whatever, and start filming stuff as cinematically as you can. Post it online. Build up an audience and a portfolio and do that. If you want to act, then you go and you start acting and you get good at it. That's how you get a job, is by showing people that you are capable of doing the thing. You don't sit around and wait for an opportunity. You have to create your opportunities.
Yeah, Scott's really good at that. So here's our little Skillshare spotlight. We want to thank them again for sponsoring our live today. And you guys go up and click in the link up top. We've got 100 free subscriptions for 1 month to try Skillshare. And I will let you know, 6 pages of coloring pencil goodness, classes for coloring pencils there. So for those of you who keep asking about how to do colored pencils, give it a whirl. Let's see. Jaden, draw a red panda. How much do you enjoy the process of making art, and does it differ with different mediums? Debbie would like to know.
Yeah, it does differ with different mediums. Some mediums are just easier. Some have a really, like gouache has a really long, ugly phase, which is really tough to get through. And I really have to be in a mood to do, to kind of wait it out. But the watercolors and inks are the quickest for me, and I've gotten really good at it.
Yeah.
So I feel a little more comfortable. So some days I'm just in the mood to just make something easy. And some days I'm in the mood to really push myself, really experiment.
Okay, so here we go. We've got another person in our chat. There is a huge, Kimiyatsu says, there's a huge queer community in Georgia, and we have a pride parade and festival in October. You are not alone. Do not come out until you are safe.
There you go.
There's your people. There's your people. And thank you for posting. Thank you for making our friends not feel alone.
Can you guys see how I'm just able to go over this with the white colored pencil and just draw with the...
But my question is, how hard are you pressing down?
I'm not, because if I was, I would be ripping. It would break.
Interesting. Okay. The audiobook bay. Oh my God, is this the famous live I keep hearing about in every video? You're so funny. How do you edit your videos, or can you show us your desk or setup someday?
Yeah, I could try to do that one day. But I edit with Adobe Premiere. I really like it.
I do too.
Yeah, Donna knows how to use it too.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to my lovely husband. Yeah.
So again,
And if I can learn how to edit, anybody can learn how to edit. Let me tell you.
So as you can see, this is just a 45 minutes each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really quick. Test just to kind of show the difference, but the cheaper colored pencils do not blend well. So if you bought really cheap colored pencils, from the dollar store or something like that, and you're wondering why it doesn't look like other people's, this is why. Don't get upset. You're not doing anything wrong. Most likely, it is the colored pencils.
The quality of the pencils.
Yeah. The reason why these pencils are expensive, and again, I will say again, as somebody who was a professional, at the top of the game, colored pencil artist, colored pencils as a medium is very expensive, much more expensive than painting. So just please, 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 if this is something that you really feel passionate about and you really want to do, I would get either the Caran d'Ache or the Prismacolors. I'm using Prismacolors right now.
I did know that you can use Libby on a Kindle, but I have acquired I had a bunch of books on my phone that I ported over to my Kindle, but I haven't tried it yet. Also, sometimes my library does not have a lot of the books that I need, which has been a little sad and a little bothersome, but there we go. Okay, if you bought a poster over a week ago, we should have reached out to you and...
Well, no, within a week.
Right, but message us on the website and let us know, and we will throw that in for you. Jaws Studios, I'm going to need some specifics on that. I need a little more details, not just a please tell me. What are you working on? What are you using? What do you want to try? That kind of thing. Who are you drawing? I don't recognize them.
This is an actor named Nick Offerman, and I'm drawing them mainly because they had a lot of wrinkles in their face, and it was something that would be easy to kind of work with.
Bob, go ahead and put your comment in again. Sorry, I missed it. Thank you Scott for supporting one of my art videos. It gave me joy and confidence. Thank you so very much.
Oh, of course.
I have not been into audiobooks lately. I want to actually just read and flip the pages.
So you see now I'm adding a little bit of orange to the skin, and it's blending really well.
Yeah, it's warming it up a little bit.
Yeah, and I could just go over it and it just
the difference
blends.
Is remarkable.
Yeah.
Your likenesses are always really good. If you could only draw one person for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Donna.
Let's see. Sharing your own stories can help others understand their own situations, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goosley says, if you're trying to not care what others think, something that helped me is realizing most people are more worried about themselves than you. Boy, isn't that true?
Yeah.
The Arrtx is on the left side of the page. And
this is the cheap stuff, and this is the expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go back to the Arrtx, and if you look, try as I might to do the same thing here, and I'm going to do this. You see how none of those colors, I'm pressing down really hard. See how nothing is moving?
Wowzers, yeah.
Nothing is moving on this.
It's not smoothing out the lines or anything.
Not at all. Those squiggle lines are just there permanently.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
and so they're just not blending, and that's fine. The Faber-Castells were like this, and people love the Faber-Castells. So you might have an art style where this is perfect, and they're cheap, and they don't break as easily either.
Yeah.
So you might be going, this is perfect for me. I'll take two. You know.
Yeah. I know you said you're disappointed by the lower viewer count on the longer videos, but I really appreciate watching other artists' processes and interviews. It's very insightful as a hobbyist.
Yeah, yeah. The people who have seen the longer videos really love them.
Yeah, they like them a lot.
And I'm just so upset that I can't get
more traction.
Well, I mean, I've got 2 million followers, and they're not seeing them, and they're wondering where the content is, and so I feel bad because they're waiting for me to make the shorts. They think I'm dead. So I don't know what to do. Do I abandon 2 million people? I've made shorts that said, hey, here's the first part of this, watch the rest of it. And no one is seeing it. So that's the disappointing part for me, is I can't seem to, and I spoke to different people who said, oh, well, you got to do better thumbnails. And that's when I invested money into paying Tracy to make the thumbnails for me. And that hasn't done anything. And so I've done everything I can. Thank you. But I just don't think that, I just don't think my followers are ever going to come and watch the long videos. It's just not.
Well, the algorithm of social media is a problem.
Well, it's not the algorithm. It's the fact that there's two different
channels.
There's two different YouTubes.
Yeah.
They're the people who log on to YouTube Shorts. That's all they do, and they just doom scroll. And then there's people who go to YouTube regular, and they never go to Shorts.
Yeah.
So the ones who... Now, another thing people have told me is to start up a new channel that's just long form.
Really?
That would be another thing. So like maybe I get rid of all of the long forms and I just go, but I would have to go and...
Then don't you have to make double the content?
Well, no. I would take my long forms and post them onto a long form channel.
But then then you have to keep putting long stuff on the long form channel and still do shorts to maintain the stuff on that channel.
Theoretically, yeah. Again, not something that I want to do.
No, that's a lot. That's twice the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching Ninja says, advice for coloring in a cafe. Try a setting where you feel less pressure, like a park, on a blanket, in a library, or in a parking lot in your car. Build up to coloring in a cafe. I love that. Talk about the paper you're using again.
This is Bristol paper. I like it for
colored pencils.
Colored pencils, yeah.
I've always wanted to journal, and I have stopped and started journaling so many times over the years, but I started a consistent practice March 1st of 2020, and I have been writing daily since then. Yeah, Scott likes the Prismacolor colored pencils.
All right, time for a little bit of markers.
Have you tried the Derwent colored pencils?
Derwent. I don't think I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oil paints are very expensive, and Bethany does not scrimp on her paints. But for any of you who've seen her paintings, forget it. Like, chef's kiss. She is the most beautiful with oil paints. Yes, I love Hello Kitty, but my favorite is Keroppi. I also like Cinnamoroll because they're cute. Scott, do you journal?
I have my travel journal. I don't journal like a daily journal.
The left side is the Arrtx colored pencils, and the right side were Prismacolors.
Yeah, so the left side is Arrtx. I like Arrtx stuff. Arrtx came out with colored pencils, and they wanted me to try them out. And I noticed that they just don't seem to blend very well. So I did a half and half side-by-side review. And but you know, for $40 you get 126 of them. It's a good deal. It's just you can't expect them to perform like
A Prismacolor
the
would.
Prismacolors.
Yeah. Does the quality of the paper matter as much as the quality of the pencils?
No.
Not with colored pencils?
Not with colored pencils. You can draw on copy paper if you wanted to. But yeah, this is totally fine.
I have lists of my favorite books on the website, but I'll tell you what I'm reading right now, and it's so good. I am in the middle of the Countess of Harley series. It's called An Art Lover's Guide to Paris and Murder, and it is by Diane Freeman, and it is amazing. So fun. Such a fun book. I've recently read Lighter by Young Pueblo. I read The Bullet Journal Method. I read In Praise of Slowness, which was awesome. And I've read, another favorite one, by Deanna Raybourn, Killers of a Certain Age. So fun. So fun. So there you go. Let's see. And Scott's not reading anything right now. Let's see. He does, however, dutifully listen to my comments every day and every morning about the pages I read the night before. Oh my gosh, can you believe this happened? And he just sits there and smiles at me. Might as well pat me on the head too, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm happy. If you had to use one medium for the rest of your life, what would it be? And what medium would you gladly never touch again?
I like the watercolors and inks that I do. And I would gladly never do oil pastels again.
That is just crazy how different it looks.
Yeah.
Just from the quality of the pencils. This is the same person, same whatever. Crazy.
Yeah.
Do we have a tour of the Hobbit hole for Lee?
There's how I built the Hobbit hole.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys this. So I'm gonna
Matt has just started reading The Hobbit and loves it so far.
All right, so this is the Arrtx.
We will be live until 10:30. We got another 10-15 minutes. Al says, hello, Scott. Good afternoon. I hope you and your wife have been well. You said that you have to create your own opportunities. How can I create the opportunity to make better content?
How do you create the opportunity to make better content? Mm-hmm. It would be in finding something that you love to do, that you want to do every day, and then doing that thing every day. There's nothing stopping you from doing the things that you love to do. Unless it's something like what we're doing, which we want to make a movie, and to make a movie, you need to raise a lot of money. But, if it's something like making art, then you just do it every day. You don't wait for the opportunity to come along, you know?
Any advice to resist starting 20 different pieces just to end up finishing a couple?
I do smaller 1 hour pieces. Don't do anything that's going to take you more than an hour to finish. If you want to do a large piece, then you could do like what Bethany does, where she has 20 large pieces all in various states but I can't do that. My brain doesn't work that way. All right, so here's what I'm going to do.
Well, it works well for her because oils take forever to dry. So she'll work on one, and then she'll work on the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one.
All right, so I'm going to take... That's a red. And then I'm going to go over it with a flesh tone and try to blend them.
Anna Banana says, I've noticed that YouTube algorithm has been favoring either shorts or really, really long videos lately, which is frustrating because then you have those in-betweens that get lost.
Yeah. Okay, so you see how that... Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing with
Prismacolors.
Prismacolors. Okay. Now I'm going to take a flesh color and
See, you're watching it blend in real time, guys. Check that out. Now, also, I will tell you how hard he presses with these pencils.
Now, it's not, you can still see some of it, but you can see the difference.
No, but it's blended.
Yeah. So I could, I can go over it again if I wanted to with a little bit of something else.
I use A4 papers to draw. Do you think I should upgrade?
Is that a size?
A4 is a size, not a thickness of paper.
It doesn't matter what size you're working in.
Yeah. I mean, is it like A5 like a regular like computer paper, like a regular office paper?
I would say when you're feeling better about your art, move up to better paper, always.
Okay. Bub says, I feel bad for Arrtx. They give you colored pencils and you're like, this is why they are bad.
I've done good reviews on Arrtx stuff before, like their acrylic markers and whatnot, but their colored pencils are not bad. These are good colored pencils. They just don't blend is all I'm saying. So again, I'm going to just keep trying. I'm pushing down as hard as I can.
Oh, Brett's learning how to draw animals with How to Draw Animals by Jack Ham, the one that you recommended.
Oh, that's great. That's a good book.
When did you first use the Be Creative sketchbook, babe? I don't even remember.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, I know it's been just in the last few years. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, there's a bird on the door. Yeah, not a super long amount of time, but boy, when he started drawing in it, did he fall in love with it?
I did.
Do markers leave stroke marks?
Markers are permanent. They're gonna leave a mark. That's what they do. So
but if you look at the background of the markers, that's what they.
Yeah,
they do
look, I can
lines.
If I do this, if you do them on certain paper, they'll blend a little better, like that. But if I was to, you're gonna see those marks.
Nixia's here. Hey, friend.
Hey, Nixia. All right, we are done.
We are done.
This was the test, and
are you going to add the flowers to the beard, or did you decide not to?
No. This was just like a little test.
Yeah. Okay, so the left side were the Arrtx pencils, and the right side are the Prismacolor pencils.
Yes.
Because we've got a lot of people asking, and it's on Bristol paper.
Yeah, and if you look, this was the Arrtx. I did red, and then I came over it with flesh. And Prisma, I did red, and I came over it with flesh. And they blend. So that's what you're looking for. Now, if you're the type of artist who doesn't want to blend, then the Arrtx are great for you.
Can you try blending the pencils with markers? Would it work? Try the different pencils and see how that would work. Yeah, that ain't moving. Wow. That is literally sitting on top of the pencil. Is that blending a little bit?
Yeah, it always blends pretty good.
Oil pastels are meanies. You guys are funny. Have you tried the Tombow water-based markers?
I have not.
I have tried those. Scott would not because they will run with his watercolors. Do they blend better with a lighter touch?
No. I will, if I do this, here, I'll do the same colors.
We can't see that at all. No, it's not that. It's just that it was too light, babe.
Okay, well, they said a lighter touch, so I'm going to take that red.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go over it with the flesh.
Okay.
And they're just, you're still going to see the lines.
What about blending in a circular motion? Would that help?
Yeah, I did circular.
Yeah.
So if you see,
yeah,
I'm trying the pink right here is
Yeah,
just not blending.
it's not blending
That's a
at all.
lighter touch. If I push down as absolutely as hard as I can,
You're still
you
not
can see, you
blending.
still see the lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just, they don't have any, you can feel it. It's just two different kind of mediums. And one is just very, very blendable and the other one isn't.
Ryan says, I'm assuming Scott has a portrait drawing short on the channel. I'll just explore.
Possibly, yeah. I think I did one with Santa.
Yeah. We've done a lot of those.
All right, well, thank you again to
All right, guys.
Skillshare
Yeah.
for sponsoring. This is our last week of the sponsor.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I'm going to tell you too, guys. You're going to have 2 more times besides today to get this 1 month free because this is our last week for that. So if you want a month free of Skillshare just to give them a try, grab it this week.
And also remember that there's a new short out, and we're doing a buy one get one sale on posters, and we are
posters.
almost sold out of some of them. So if you're planning on getting them, order them ASAP because we can't print anymore.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
So thanks very much, guys,
Have
and
a
happy Monday.
wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
We will see you on Wednesday. Thanks for being here with us, guys, and thanks for putting up with this very interesting piece of art today. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.